Yeah, Mataji, we are live.
Hare Krishna, everybody. How's everyone doing today? All good?
Hare Krishna Mataji.
I see some new kids too.
Krishna Mataji.
You can all hear me? All good? Okay. I see new kids. I see Aradhita and team. 3 of you there. We have our regular Samskriti. We have Bala Vrinda, Jhanavi, and Isha so far. So I'm hoping the rest of them will join soon. So how many of you attended yesterday's class? Yesterday's class by Sita Preethi Mataji, same time, Govinda class, or Isha attended, Samskriti attended, Balavranda, and the middle girl in Aradhita's team joined. And of course, I'm sure Janavi joined too. Okay. Mataji, should we wait for a couple of more minutes or get started?
Yeah, we can wait, Mataji. I'm sending the link in the group now.
Okay. So you all had good holidays. Does anyone still have holidays now?
No Mataji.
All the holidays are done. Now it's back to school time. And summer has been so intense, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, even I don't like the summer. It's too much. And there is a heat warning everywhere this time.
Mataji, today morning I got a red flag fire weather warning. I was like so scared. And every single day I'm getting a heat warning. Mataji.
Yeah.
It's so hot this year.
Yeah, it's terrible this year. Terrible.
Especially in Florida, it's super hot.
Especially
It's
in
not-
Florida and Atlanta.
Yeah, it's so hot here.
Southern states are they are in terrible state here.
Hey, do you live in Alachua, Samskriti? It's really hot there.
Yeah, it's so hot. It's like really hard to do PE outside.
Yeah. Okay, let's get started with the prayers. Now, anyone here who doesn't know the prayers in our team here? I think everybody knows, right? Okay, we'll get started. I'm not even going to share my screen for the prayers, assuming that we can sing it in chorus. Okay, all of us can unmute and sing the prayers.
Hey, Mataji.
Namam Vishnu
Padaya Krishna
Krishna Bhutale
Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namini Namaste Saraswati Me Gauravani
Pracharire
Nirvishesha
Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sati Gora Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Do we know what we're discussing in the Govinda class?
Srimad Bhagavatam.
Srimad Bhagavatam. Very good. So we have been doing a structured study of Srimad Bhagavatam from the first canto to the 12th canto. So it's a long course, okay? But we are trying to make it as interactive as possible with a few stories, trying to make it interesting, okay? And now we have finished maybe a couple of semesters, and now we are in the third canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. Third canto is kind of very philosophical, but then it has interesting stories like what? Anybody knows? What are the recent stories you heard in the Bhagavatam from the third canto? Anybody? Let me give you a clue. The twin brothers.
Jay and Vijay?
Kashipu and
Jai, Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyaksha. Very
Nagashipu.
Yeah, we heard the story of Varahadev, and we also heard how Varaha actually lifted Bhumi and the curse of Jai Vijay, right? That's what we heard. Okay, very nice. And then we went on and it started getting a little dry because we entered philosophy, right? Whose teachings are we listening to now in the third canto of Bhagavatam? I'll give you a clue, mother and son. So the mother is the student and the son is the teacher.
Kapila Dev?
Yes, Kapila Dev. So Kapila Dev, he was an incarnation of the Lord. Hmm? So there are so many incarnations of the Lord, right? So you have different Leela avatars, you have Purusha avatars, and then you have Yuga avatars. So like that, there are various kinds of incarnations of the Lord. One of the incarnation of the Lord who came to give a philosophy called as Sankhya is Kapila Dev. Okay. And his mother was a beautiful, beautiful princess. Her name was Devahuti. She was very, very gorgeous, beautiful princess. But then she got married to a great sage by the name Kardama. So because she was married to a sage by the name Kardama, because of his lifestyle, she also had to undergo a lot of austerities and she didn't have children for a long time. But then later, she had many daughters and one son. She requested her husband that she wanted one son who would help her attain the perfection of life. So the Supreme Lord himself became the son of Mother Devahuti and he gave the philosophy called as Sankhya. Can you repeat the name of the philosophy?
Sankhya.
Sankhya. So Sankhya means actually, how many of you know what is numbers in Sanskrit? Sankhya, right? Sankhya. Sankhya.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So Sanskrit, Hindi, in many languages, Indian languages, Sankhya means numbers. So pretty much this philosophy is to do with the number of elements of material nature. So this material nature that we are in, material nature means this earth, whatever, this world that we are in, the universe that we are in, right? So what do you see around you? You see mountains, you see trees, you see fire, water, air, all these are different elements. How many of you know the different elements of nature? Can you name a few? Yes, and Aradhita team.
Fire?
Fire, very good. And what is the nature of fire? What does fire do?
Burn.
It burns. Yes,
Burn.
it's hot, right? It burns. Very nice. Good. Anybody? Yes, I thought at Kabir. Okay. After Kabir, we'll go Aradhita Center Girl. Kabir?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes. What did you want? Oh, was it you or was it Isha who raised the hand?
I didn't raise my hand, Mataji.
You didn't raise? Okay, Isha. Isha is muted.
Water is coming.
Yes, water is calming. Very nice. It quenches your thirst. It's cool. It's calming. Very nice. And how about Aradhita girls? Did you want to say something besides water and fire? Earth. Excellent. Who lifted the earth? Which incarnation lifted the earth?
Varaha.
Varaha. Very nice, Ramchandra. Very nice. So Varaha lifted the earth. And what is the nature of earth? Isha, what's the nature of earth?
Not selfish.
Oh, you're so beautiful, right? She's not selfish. She's so giving. Yeah, the earth has everything. All that we get in this world are from earth. Mother Earth is giving us the trees and plants and everything that we need, the minerals. Everything is from Mother Nature. Very nice. So we have different elements. And we have different things that comprise this universe. So these different things, counting these different elements and analyzing these different elements is called as Sankhya. Okay, that's the meaning of Sankhya philosophy. So what did Kapila teach Devahuti? Kapila was teaching Devahuti about 25 different elements, and he also spoke about the role of the Supreme Lord, Paramatma. The Supreme Lord activates all these different elements, because what is the use of having so many dull material things if it is not activated by the Lord? So what does the Paramatma do? Where all does he get into? Anybody knows Paramatma, where all he goes into? Anybody knows? Is he there inside Isha?
Yes.
Is he there inside Ramchandra?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is he there inside Aradhita girls?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Inside Balavrinda? Yes. Is he there inside the tree?
Yes.
Is he there inside the snake?
Yes.
Inside the cockroach?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. And is he there in every single atom of this universe?
Yes.
Yes. He's there in every single atom of this universe. Why is he there in every single atom of the universe?
Because he's seeing
Because everything is made of him.
doing. He's seeing what we're doing.
Correct. Everything is made of him and he is saying what we're doing. Both the
Like
answers
Krishna.
are right. Yes. He's Krishna. Everything. Krishna is in everything. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita also, I am in everything and everything is in me. But nobody knows me. Right? So Krishna is there everywhere. Okay. So the Sankhya philosophy is about all the different elements. It's about Krishna and it is also about the Jiva. Who are the Jivas? Jivas? Is Kabir a Jiva? Yeah, the souls. Correct. Very nice. Yes, the souls. So the interaction between the elements of material nature, the jivas like us, and the super soul, the Paramatma, all of us are interacting in this world, right? The study of the interaction of these different elements along with the jiva and the Paramatma is Sankhya. Okay, in simple terms. So this is what this Kapila was teaching his mother, Devahuti. So now I'm trying to make this simple because this is complicated philosophy even for the others. But because we are doing Bhagavatam, we are trying to get into every chapter. So now we'll do one of the toughest chapters of Srimad Bhagavatam, but I'll make it as simple as possible for you all. Okay. It is called as the fundamental principles of material nature. This is what Kapila was teaching Mother Devahuti. So in our previous class, that is in your previous semester, before you started the camp, you were on chapter 25 to brush up your memory for those who have been continuing from the previous semester. Okay, you were in chapter 25 and it was also the teachings of Kapila to Devahuti. Chapter 25 also dealt with many such things. But what we are going to do today is I'm going to give you an overview of the entire chapter. Very quick, okay, and very simple. And then tomorrow, Padmasakhi Mataji will give you an overview of entire chapter 27. She'll also make it very easy for you. And then Radhika Kusturi Mataji will come and then the chapter will become much simpler. It's about devotional service. Okay, we'll quickly go through all the philosophy and then we'll go back to stories because Canto 4 is full of stories of Dhruva Maharaj, Prithu Maharaj, Daksha Prajapati, so many stories. Okay, so before we go into stories, we'll quickly run through some philosophy and I will also tell you some stories in between. Okay. So this is chapter 26. So in the beginning of chapter 26, Shukadeva Goswami, who's the speaker of Bhagavatam, he tells everybody that if you carefully listen to this chapter, if you understand a little bit of this philosophy that was taught by Kapila to his mother Devahuti, you will become free from the modes of material nature. Anybody knows what the three modes of material nature are?
Goodness, passion, ignorance.
Very good, Ramchandra. Goodness, passion, and ignorance. So what does that mean? Some people, they are always in the mode of goodness. Some people, they're very passionate. They want to achieve a lot of things. They're very angry and they are very motivated, right? And some
Like
other,
me.
they are dull, they're ignorant. So these three are called as modes of material nature. Everybody in this world, we are controlled by these three modes. So what happens is, if you understand this philosophy nicely, that was taught by this incarnation called Kapila, you'll become free from the modes of material nature. So when you become free, you come to the mode of pure goodness. It is called Shuddha Sattva. Which place is in pure goodness? Is it this world or which world?
Golok Vrindavan.
Goloka Vrindavan, the spiritual world, yeah. And then you will not be so attached to this world. Okay, we are so attached to so many things in this world. We are so attached to our pizzas, samosas. At least I am attached. So you will stop getting attached to the things of this world and you will attain self-realization. You'll understand who you are. You're not the body, but you're the spirit soul. So 3 benefits of listening to this philosophy. So the Lord Krishna, Supreme Lord, in the form of Vishnu, what is he doing in this picture? Anybody?
Creating universe.
He's creating the universes. Very nice. All the universes are coming from the Supreme Lord Vishnu. So he breathes in and he breathes out. And from the bodily pores, many bubbles of universes are emanating. What comes from our bodily pores? Anybody? What comes?
Breathe.
Huh? What comes from the pores of your body? Science. Biology. You all have learned in your science class what comes from the pores of your body. What happens when you go and play outside, Ramchandra?
I get tired.
You get tired, and then how do you feel? What are the changes in your body? Come on, everyone can answer. What are the changes in your body?
We do sweat.
You sweat, correct. Yes, you sweat. So from the bodily pores, sweat comes out. That is not nice. That is what happens with us. But the Lord's body is transcendental. From the pores of his body, universes are coming out. And in these universes, in one universe, in one tiny spot, we are all sitting. So you can imagine the greatness of the Lord. Okay. So though the Lord is creating all these universes, he never gets bound by it. Have you ever seen the Lord being bound by the universe? He was only bound in one pastime. Which pastime was that? Who bound him?
Mother Yashoda.
Mother Yashoda, right? She bound him and he became Damodar. But was he bound by love or he was bound because of pressure? He was bound by?
Love.
Yeah. Only if he gets agreed to be bound, he can be bound. So he's always transcendental. Transcendental means to be beyond these modes of material nature. So he's never bewildered. He's never in bondage. But we jivas, we are insignificant, right? We are very tiny. So we get bound by the material nature. How are we bound by the material nature? We get entangled, we get bewildered. We think this is mine. I am this body. This toy is mine. It only belongs to me. And all these kind of different feelings we have, right? So that is a bondage. We get attached in this world. So there is a difference between the Lord and us. The Lord is always transcendental and we are bewildered thinking we are the doer. If we get good grades, we are thinking, oh, I got good grades. It's all about me, right? So these qualities are there in people like us. So there is a difference between the Lord and us. That's the first understanding that one must have in this philosophy that Kapila is teaching. He's telling the Lord is different. You are different. Okay. Then Devahuti, who was listening to these instructions from Kapila, she had a question. She said, oh, my dear son, you told me that this universe has so many different ingredients, right? So tell me about the qualities of these different ingredients in this universe, and what else are the products that are coming from this universe? What are its qualities and what are the different products? So she asks this. So Kapila says that this universe, it is created, it comes into existence, it's destroyed. It comes into existence, it is destroyed. So there is a continuous cycle of creation and destruction. Therefore, in that sense, it happens again and again, right? So in that sense, it is eternal. Eternal means it's there always. This process of creation and destruction goes on, and it is full of variety. So when you look around, what do you see? You see trees, you see birds, you see lake, you see volcanoes, and then you see so many things around you, right? Waterfalls. So it's full of variety. These are the different qualities of this universe. And then he tells her that actually, like how all the Bhakti Sangha Govinda kids said, there are 5 gross elements. What are the 5 gross elements? Earth, water, air, fire, and ether. 5 gross elements. What are they? Earth, some of you said earth, water, fire, air, and ether.
Water.
You got it? Okay. What is ether? Anybody knows?
Did you say internal?
Enakana, what is that? You don't know?
No, I mean like internal.
It's
Internal.
internal. Yes, it is. It is not very.
It's kind of like sloka, and the translation is like eternal abode.
The shloka about the 5 elements, anybody knows? Bhinna Prakriti Ashtada. Which one? Bhumi, Apo. Anyone knows the shloka? Bhumi, Apo, Analo, Vayu. Very nice. Yeah. So you have all the 5 elements. Bhumi, Apo, Anala, Vayu. Right? And ether is space. It is sky, Akash. That is ether. Okay. It's space basically. Yes, like imagine if you're cooking. How many of us like cooking? I like cooking. Everybody likes? Okay. So how do we cook rice? Have you seen Amma cooking rice in the house? What does she do? She takes a pot. Okay. She takes a pot. In those days, they used to have mud pots made out of clay. But nowadays, we have non-stick pans. We have steel pots, aluminum pots, indalium pots, all these different pots, right? So what do? That pot, what is it made of? It is made of earth because it's metal. Metals come from earth. When you mine the mountains, you get metals. Correct. That's how you get metals. So that metal is made from earth. So she has a pot. What does she do to that pot? She fills it with water. So already 2 elements are there when she's trying to cook rice. The first element is the earth element, which is the metal, okay, which is going to be your pot. The second element is the water that she's going to pour into the pot. So she'll pour the water, and from below, what does she do? She gives heat by igniting the fire. So you have seen if it's a gas stove, she'll switch on the heat by igniting fire. If it is an electric stove, heat comes through electricity, right? So there is fire, the third element comes. Now, when the third element is added, what happens? The water starts boiling. Have you seen this? Even when she's making pasta, it's the same thing. She boils water and then she puts the pasta, right? So, or she puts the rice and she closes it. She closes it. When she closes it, what happens? If she puts 1 cup of rice, you think exactly 1 cup of rice will come out, or it will become more?
More.
More. Okay. So if she has put 1 cup of rice, 2 to 3 cups of cooked rice comes up, right? You get lots of quantity. Like the same thing as pasta. If you put 1 handful of pasta, you get a bowl of pasta. So the space has increased. So initially the rice would have been only so much, but then as it cooks, it keeps increasing. So there is akasha, there is space. That is called as ether. So bhumi, apo, anala, vayu, come. So bhumi is the earth itself. Bhumi, Anala, Vayu, yeah, air. So without oxygen, there's no fire, right? So you need air for the burning. So like that, just to make rice, you need the 5 elements. So the 5 elements are important in this world to do anything. Even to make cooked food, you need the 5 elements. Okay. And there are 5 sense objects. What are the sense objects? Objects of smell. From the nose helps with smell. Eyes help with sight. Correct? And then your tongue helps with taste. Your ears help with hearing. And your skin helps with touch. Are you aware of the 5 sense objects and feelings? Okay, good. And then you have mind, intelligence, ego, and consciousness. These are subtle. So like this, there are 24 different elements that Kapila was teaching Mother Devahuti. And he said that the 25th element is time. Because without time, there's nothing in this universe. Everything is set to motion by time, right? Everything is deteriorating. Today you have a toy, tomorrow it's broken. With time, everything gets destroyed. So he taught her 25 different elements. Then he told her that the first thing that is created in this universe, anyone knows which came first in the universe? Was it fire or water or earth or air or ether? Imagine the universe is first time being created. Which do you think came first?
Earth.
All right.
Earth.
Okay. Any other guesses?
Air.
Yeah. Okay.
Water.
Water. Okay. Okay. So this is how creation began. It began. Remember, you see, what do we learn? Even the Big Bang also, right? Even that talks about sound. So the first thing was ether, space. First thing is space. And then air comes into existence. And then you have fire, you have water, and you have earth. Earth is the last element that is formed. From ether comes sound. So even when you go high up into the atmosphere, as you keep going higher, there's one sound that comes, right? So the first element that comes is ether, and ether produces sound. So that is the first thing that comes. After sound comes touch, because air has touch. When you go out and it's breezy, you have a nice feeling on your skin, right? You feel cool. So with air comes the sense of touch. With fire, there is form. Have you seen a fire being lit? There is a form to that fire when you go to yajnas, right? And then from water comes taste. You drink water, you feel nice, quenching, sweet water. From earth comes smell. Have you smelled the earth when it rains? There's a beautiful smell. Yeah. So these are all connected: ether and sound, air and touch, fire and form, water and taste, smell and earth. And let me tell you something interesting. The characteristic of earth is not only smell. Earth has smell, it has taste, it has form, it has touch, it has sound, it has everything. Have you experienced this? Earth has smell. We told that. Earth has taste. Anyone has tasted mud, tasted dirt? Krishna has tasted dirt. Krishna eats dirt, right? Earth has taste. Earth has form. Yeah, you can hold it. Earth has form. Earth has touch. You can feel earth. Earth has sound. Everything in earth has sound. As you dig deeper into the earth, there is a vibration, there is sound. So water has all the previous qualities. Water has taste, form, touch, sound. Fire has a form, it has touch. If you touch fire, it's going to be hot. It also has sound. When there is a yajna that is burning or a forest fire, there is terrible sound, right? So sound. Air has touch and sound. Ether has only sound. Okay, remember this flow. He told all this. He gave her all this explanation, the 5 elements. And he said the characteristics of the former exist in the latter. He told all this to her, and then he told actually, all these are dead elements. These 25 elements, they don't have any life. Unless Krishna desires, nothing can become active. So Krishna, he infuses these 24 elements with the 25th element called as time. So once time is there in this universe, everything is activated. Now, is it enough if everything in this world is activated and we are not existent? This whole universe is for us, right? Then Krishna, what he does is he sends all the jivas. All the jivas, we all come into this universe that is created. And why are we here in this universe? We are here because of our karma and desires. So desires, we have so many desires to enjoy. So we are sent to this material world and we have done so much karma. So we have to exhaust all that karma activities. So we come to this world. Okay, 25 elements are created and jivas are also sent into this world. And then Krishna thinks that, okay, everything is here, but then everything has to be fully active. That is possible only if I activate them. So he himself takes a huge form, and that huge form is called as Virat Rupa. It's very, very big. And he gives a blueprint to Brahma. Brahma is the first created jiva in this universe. Okay. He tells Brahma, look at me, and you can create the 14 words using my huge Virat Rupa. So in his Virat Rupa, he shows, in my stomach, you create Bhumandala. In my chest, you create Maharloka. Like that, he gives him a blueprint. On my forehead, in my forehead, you create Satyaloka. Like that, 14 different planetary systems. You see this picture here. There are 14 twines here, right? 14 different planetary systems. And Krishna takes a form. It's called as Virat Rupa. He spreads through the entire universe, showing Brahma a blueprint. He tells him, now you create the 14 words and you enclose this egg, this golden egg that was coming from Mahavishnu's body. First picture we saw, right? So he said, you enclose this with 7 different layers. You see these semicircles here? They are the 7 different layers of earth, water, air, fire, ether, false ego, and Mahatattva. And there's one more layer called as Pradhan. Pradhan is a mixture of all the elements. So like this, every universe is thickly encased, 7 layers. And inside that Virat Rupa stood and he said, Brahma, take me as a blueprint and create the 14 planetary systems. He didn't stop there. He himself went down as Garbhodakshay Vishnu. He slept on the water and he, from his navel, sprang that lotus, and Brahma had a place to stay. And he showed on the stem of the lotus, all these 14 planetary systems should be situated. You see the snake? Under the snake, Vishnu again goes and lies down. And he tells Brahma, this is how this universe must be created. So who gave all this knowledge? All this knowledge was given by Kapila to his mother, Devahuti. Okay, this is all this chapter is. This is called as fundamental principles of material nature. Now, as kids, you don't have to know much about it. Okay, if you just understand few things about the world, that this world is made up of all these different elements, like the 5 major elements that we spoke about: air, water, earth, fire, ether, and what comes from what, which one comes first. If you know this, that is enough in this chapter. Okay, do you have any questions? Any questions? I know it was very dry subject, right? Okay, so now what we will do is we will move ahead and we will continue our Sanskrit class. How many of you attended at least a few sessions in the previous 2 semesters? We have many kids who have attended many of these sessions.
Mataji, whenever I was little, I used to write it on the paper. I remember that day.
Yes, I remember that. So what we have done so far is that in these Govinda classes, for those who are new, we have done, the first thing they learned was the Devanagari script. They learned it in one of the camps some 2-3 years back. And then once they learned the Devanagari script, they started learning small topics in Sanskrit. That is like, for example, body parts, elements of nature, animals, birds, food items. So they started learning the word in Sanskrit for each of these. So that way, when they read some shlokas in Bhagavad Gita or Bhagavatam, they were able to identify the meaning using these words, and then they were able to tell the meanings. So that is what we do in the second half of Tuesday class. Tuesday Govinda class is Sanskrit. So, but for today, I'm not bringing a new topic. The reason is I know some of you are new, and I also had the different elements class earlier. So I want to see if everybody's memory is fresh. If you still remember some of the elements. It's a very simple quiz. So let me get you started. I'm not going to share screen, but just a simple quiz for all of you. Anyone knows what is the word for earth in Sanskrit? Anybody? You can take a
Bhumi.
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 Very good.
Karnakache.
Kana?
Is there any other word for Bhumi you remember from our classes?
Dharani.
Dharani. Good job, Krishna Nayana. Very nice. So proud of you. Very nice. Dharani. Very nice. Avani. Dharani. Very nice. Kshiti. Remember, we saw all these words. Okay. How about fire?
Agni.
Agni. Very good, Anvita. Very nice. Agni. Yes. Anything else?
Apaha. Apaha.
Appa is what? Kuti, what is Appa? Appa is
Water.
water. Yes, very good. Agni is fire. Yeah, that is right. Apa is water. Anything else for water you remember?
Jalam.
Jalam. Very nice. Jalam. Yes, Jalam is water. Yes. Okay. I don't know why I'm getting body parts again and again. How about earth? Earth we did. Okay. Sky.
Akasham.
Akasha. Very nice. Very nice. Akasha. And air.
Air.
Air is
Mataji Vayu.
Vayu. Correct. Okay. What is Pavaka?
Agni.
Fire.
Fire. Fire.
Very good. What is Anala?
Anala water.
Water.
No. Bhumi, Rapo, Anala, Vayu. Right? Apa is water means how can Anala be water? Bhumi, Apa, Anala. Anala is
Earth.
fire. Anala is fire.
I was thinking fire or air.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Very nice. So we have the 5 different elements. So here is air, Vayu. This is water, Jalam, or as you said, Apaha. Earth is Bhumi, Kshiti, Avni, all of that. Jwala. Jwala is also fire. The flames of fire is called Jwala, fire. Agni. Sky is Akasha. Okay. So these are the 5 different elements. And let's see what else you remember. Body parts, because you need your body parts to hear all of this. What is for ear? What is for ear? Shall I share screen?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see what we can do. Body parts, here comes. Okay, what is for body? I'm sharing the screen and showing you everything.
Sharira.
Sharira.
What is the difference between Sharira and Deha? Anybody? If you remember the classes. So I'll tell you. Deha means that which becomes bigger and bigger with time. Actually, our bodies, we are all Deha only. But great yogis, theirs is Sharira. Sharira means that which dwindles with time, that which becomes smaller and narrower with time. That is Sharira. So there's a slight difference between Deha and Sharira. And these are verses from Bhagavad Gita. Shariram yadavapnoti. Remember this verse? We discussed this verse to apply Sharira. Deha. Deha is that which grows with time. Okay. Let's see. Year. Year. Okay. Year you're finding it hard. Let's go for nose. Nose is very easy. Nose is?
Nak.
Nas. Yeah, nak. So in Sanskrit it is Nasika. Which play? Whose nose got chopped off?
Shurpanaka.
Shurpanaka. Very good. Our dear friend Shurpanaka.
Panaka. The demon.
Yeah, and the place where her nose got chopped off is called as Nasik.
Nasik.
Nasik Panchavati. Anybody has been there in India? Nasik. Very nice. Okay, nose. What is for eyes? Any word for eyes? So many. Krishna's eyes are described in so many verses. Come on, you can.
Ah.
Huh?
Ak.
Ankh is in Hindi and it's very close to Sanskrit. So what would be the Sanskrit equivalent for Ankh? Ak?
Akha.
Ah. Think about Krishna's beautiful eyes. What are some of the words you would use to describe Krishna's eyes? Nayana, very nice. Good job. Nayana is a good one. Then Akshi. Ankh comes from the word Akshi, right? Akshi. Padmaksha. Kamalakshi. Kamalaksha. Akshi. Okay. What is for tongue?
Udara.
Jikwa. Good. Very nice. Jikwa. Yes. What is for ears? I'm going back to ears. Here you go. Karna. Who is Karna? Who is
Kumbhakarna?
Yeah, Kumbhakarna. Yeah, Kumbhakarna is also a good one. Karna was born from the ear, right? There is a purport that says that he was born from the ear, so it's called Karna. And he had Kavachakundalam. Yeah. Okay. What was for stomach region? What is it called? It is called?
Udara.
Udaram. So what is the name of Krishna who was tied in the belly?
Damu.
Damodara.
Damodar.
Dama means rope, Udara means stomach. So Dhamodara, very nice. What is for chest? You can see and tell.
Vakshaha.
Vakshasthalam. So Krishna has in his chest, he has two important things that he carries in his chest. One is the Srivatsa mark and the other is the Kaustubha gem. Okay, that is called as the Vakshasthala of Krishna. Very nice. Netram, you all said this. Janu is knee. Ajanu lambita bujao, we say, right? Ajanu means one whose hand go up to the knee. That is called Ajanu. Pada. Pada is foot. Anguli is finger. Okay. Let's see if you can. So these are all the different things for eyes. You have Chakshu, Nayanam, Akshi, Lochana, Netra. Karna, Karna Bhushana. The earrings are called Karna Bhushana. Karna is called as Karna because he was born from the ear. Here is Nasika because Shurpanaka was, her nose was chopped off. That region came to be known as Nasik. Jihva. Jihva pehle Vishya Sagare, right? Our Mahaprasadi prayers, Mahaprasadi Govinde. Lalata. What is Lalata?
Forehead.
Forehead.
Okay, very good. Yeah. This is nice. What is Hanu?
Chin.
Chin. Yeah, this region. Actually, cheek sometimes, chin sometimes. Therefore, Hanuman is called as Hanuman because why? He had a broken chin. This region broke as he fell down. So he's called as Hanuman. Kapola. Kapola is nice chubby cheeks is Kapola. Kantha. Kantha Griva. Who's called as what is the meaning of Sugriva? Sugriva means? Okay, who's Hayagriva? Hayagriva means what?
Neck.
Neck of whom? I mean, how does the Hayagriva look? Anybody has seen Hayagriva?
Horse.
Has a lion head.
Neck of a horse is Hayagriva. Okay. So Sugriva means beautiful neck. Hinagriva means without a neck. Okay. Griva, Kanta, all this is for the neck. Vaksha is the chest, Vaksha Sthalam. And here, these are some beautiful prayers for Krishna. Yeah, these are relationships. Uru is thigh. Who was born from the thigh of the Lord? What's her name? Which Apsara was born from the thigh of the Supreme Lord? Naranarayan. Uru? What's her name? Urvashi. Very good. Urvashi. She was born from the thighs of the Lord, so she's called as Urvashi. Bhuja. Bhuja is the arm. Chaturbhuja. That's why we say Krishna is Chaturbhuja. Shadbhuja. Shadbhuja is the Lord Chaitanya. He showed the Shadbhuja form.
Yeah.
Abha, who is arm. Hands, Hasta, Kara. All of these are hands. Anguli is finger. Angushta Matra Purusha. Who's that? Who was in the size of a thumb? First canto of Bhagavatam. He went inside someone's womb to give darshan to Parikshit. Who went?
Krishna.
Krishna went in the form of Angushta Matra Purusha. That's all we have for today. So you're free to go today. And we'll meet tomorrow with, hopefully, Padmasakhi Mataji will make it more interesting. Stories. And then we'll move quickly through all this dry subject and we'll go to stories. Okay? Just the last few chapters of the third canto.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we are done, Mataji?
Yeah, we'll end.
Yeah.
Hari Bol.
Okay. Vancha kalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhubhyev cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Preeti Vilasini Mataji ki jai, our little kids, Govinda kids ki jai. Bye bye, kids. See
Bye,
you
Krishna.
tomorrow. Don't forget to join us. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.